We have an hour where we can try to gain some rating. Actually, focus here. Yep, it'll be tonight, Timothy. Austria without a doubt. Don't doubt the young talent of Turkey. Now, Tash, come on. Cheering for the 11th ranked American team after that performance is embarrassing. Yeah, E-takes is a bit better, Spudge, but you can definitely play that one. This is kind of a threat there. We can go bishop g3. We can also let him take, but I think bishop g3 is the way to go because we're guaranteed to get b5 here. This is pretty much how I play these positions always. Bishop here, e4 we don't care about. Retreat the king, and if he castles, we'll play b5. Because even a6 doesn't stop b5. If we waited even one more move, then a6 would happen, and I almost start to prefer black there. We do want to play maybe b4 next. Knight most likely to. I like it a bit better on e2 than on f3. Okay, a6, probably time to take. There's a5, so we could play b4, but plays rook b8. I think knight e2. Maybe king back to c2 if rook b8. And yeah, just double the rooks, I guess. Only just occurred to me now that there could be played. Might have to waste time moving the rook again. You can play rook d1, but then we're not really getting to double. Bishop f6, rook here, bishop takes, rook takes, takes, rook a8's not even mate. Yeah, I don't think that's good. Rook here, bishop takes. Yeah, I don't think it's good enough. Yeah, maybe rook a3 is not so great. Like, we can do this, but I'm not sure what we're doing after. Rook a2, rook a3, I don't think it really matters. We're gonna end up doubling anyway. I won't be able to play rook a6 if my rook's on a2, because he'll be threatening this pawn, so... Rook here, rook here. Yeah, I don't really want to play king d3. My king was just on d3 and went back to c2. Because then if I wanted to defend this with rook a2, I would have just done it right away. Wouldn't have played king back and then rook up to both defend the pawn. So maybe if I wanted to do that, I would have done it. Probably would have been smarter to do it initially. Back at it, MN 2197. We got the win though. The intro was 17 months. Benjamin with 2 years. Yeah, I think we can do this. Maybe go for the very slow approach of b3, knight a2, b4. Is 2 years, Benjamin, new badge and everything. So this knight might want to make its way to e6. At that point, I'd get rid of this rook. Move does not look very good. Like, what's this move all about? We go here now. Rook c4. King d3. We're threatening b3 to trap the rook. There might be some bishop d4, knight c5 though. Looks okay for now. But even king b1 there effectively does the same thing. Trying to play maybe b4. Does go here. It's always scary when like a rapid player plays a move that you basically thought was not possible because it trapped the rook. So as I said, he has to go for bishop takes d4 there. And then knight takes here. But king e2 and we just run away. Knight takes, bishop takes b2. Also doesn't seem to work. I don't know. We're probably gonna learn an important lesson here. To me, b3 looks like the rook's trap, so let's see what he can come up with. Thanks to Lastal. 32 with Prime. I need these rapid points. Hand them over. I'm trying Super Mario. He has to do one of these moves. He's about to lose a rook for nothing. Yeah, this was a very peculiar move by him. Rook a7. Knight takes here. Rook check. King back. Seems okay to me. Or we even have rook e3. And have rook c2 even. Yeah, rook e3 looks just fine. The question is, like, is it maybe even better to go back like that? The funny thing is b3 still traps the rook. Still traps it. b3 still traps the rook even after this as well, so I'm fine with it. You have to take here. Even knight e6, we could still play b3. Knight e4. d3 seems to force rook c5. b4 forces rook back to c4, but I guess we're not officially trapping it. Okay, this feels correct. At least make him put the rook on c5. It looks a bit awkward there. But if we move the knight from a2, there's knight c3. Rook c1. Take, take, c5, knight f5. Rook e5, knight d6. Look, he has to take, though. Rook a5 is playable, but Maybe knight b4 with knight c6, or maybe knight c3 and just trade. Knight d3. Rook back. We just maybe can trade. Knight d3, knight c3, king d2. I don't think there's any trickery there. Can just sidestep. d4, the rook is hanging many times. Yeah, he does go back. So there's a hanging pawn here, but I think trading is probably a bit more important. d4, knight takes c5. d4, rook takes e4, and here I think we just go rook c3. Threatening knight e4, by the way. d4, rook c4, d3, we can just move the king. Rook here to threaten that, we just go knight e6, knight d4, and then the game is over. The knight defends b3, the king defends the knight. King f6, check, and mate might happen. Can't go up, we'll just trade. Can just do it anyway. Okay. Relatively painless. Yeah, this... You should just retreat the rook. Rook c4 was very ambitious. The conversion was not too difficult. I think b4 is the move, but I was a little suspicious of this. Can't lie. Yeah, this looks probably not good enough. Simplifies too much for my liking. Yeah, Baron, I was thinking the same thing, that maybe I should play b3 to stop rook c4, but it was the right call to go knight a2 because couldn't play rook c4 due to b3 later. So we definitely chose the right order of operations there.